go ahead and kick us off here. I first just wanted to get a big, huge, amazing round of applause, but not yet, for our three amazing counselors in our counseling office, Ms. Hernandez, Mr. Dice, and Mrs. Winkler. They've done such an amazing job putting this whole process together. It's all electronic, and they have an amazing presentation for you guys. So if you guys can get really, really loud for them on three, I want to hear it for our counseling team. 1, 2, 3, let's hear it! Counselors, you guys are amazing. Guys, I've been doing this for 14 years, and the resources that they put together for you guys this year are the best ever. We do this, you guys get to do this for 3 years as you plan for the next year. What I would just like to ask you guys today is that your eyes are up on the presenter and that your phones are put away. They've worked really, really hard, and the decisions that you guys make in choosing your classes will impact your future years. The classes that you take, whether you choose to take that AP or not, whether you choose to take that 4th year of math or not, or even that 3rd year of a science or not, they have consequences down the road. So we're only here for about 25-30 minutes together. Hopefully we'll have a few Q&A after, and we got to get done on time because the whole campus will come as we rating. Keep the phones away. Keep your attention up here, guys, and listen carefully. Who's up? Hey, all right, Ms. Hernandez.
Hey guys, I'm Ms. Jen or Coach Jen. I am going to ditto what Mr. Moen just said. You guys need to pay attention to your counselors, and if I see a favorite airplane, I'm going to send you to detention. Legit, you guys have been in my learning center, not okay. Okay, these guys, they need your focus, they need your attention, and you're gonna come ask us stupid questions because you weren't listening. So is there a stupid question? Yes, if you don't listen to our answer, then there's a stupid question. Okay, so make sure you guys are paying attention. They have the information you guys need. It'll help you through choosing your courses. And then if you guys have questions that we didn't answer, then you can come and talk to us. But if you guys aren't paying attention and you're goofing around, then you're not gonna know the answer. Put your phone away. Put your phone away. Yeah, put your phone away. I will call you guys out. Mr. Moen told you guys put your phones away. You need to listen and pay attention, okay? Ms. Angie, Mr. Brian, be respectful, guys.
Thank you, guys. Good to see you all. I am Miss Angie. I am the counselor here for the last names A through L.
And I'm Mr. Brian, last name's M through Z.
Yes, so I think we've met hopefully most of you guys at this point, if not hopefully more next year as well. We're looking forward to working with you guys. And like Mr. Moen and Ms. Hernandez said, today's super important. Okay, we're gonna give you guys a lot of good information that's gonna be helpful for you guys to go and do your course selection by Friday, okay, when they're due. So try to pay attention. We're gonna try to just get through this. It's gonna be ultimately helpful for you guys. As Mr. Moen said, this will help shape your future. The decisions you make now for your courses will impact your future and basically what you're doing next, whether that's gonna be military or jumping into a career or college, whatever you guys said you want to do next is gonna help you guys, okay? Help you get there. So your grad planning starts today, and we'll help you guys choose the path that's the best fit for your future. So topics we're gonna cover will be our grad requirements, A to G requirements, which is for the Cal State UCs, course sequence and format, planning forms. We'll give you guys some resources, concurrent enrollment, college tips, all that good stuff, okay? So this form, this course selection resources form, you guys all got last week, you guys and your parents and families as well. So feel free to take a look at everything on this resource page. As Mr. Moen said, we tried really hard to get all the basic kind of FAQs, questions on here that you guys will go over. Same thing, concurrent enrollment, we're gonna go over it today too, all that good stuff. But take a look at this resource page. There's even video explanations at the bottom. Show your parents and families too. We try to go over everything. And then based on that, you can make your course selections. So as for our grad requirements, you guys also have a handout of that. So take a look at your handout as we're walking through this, okay? So walk with me, bear with me, we're gonna go through them with us, okay, real quick. So starting with your social sciences category on the top left side over here, those are our grad requirements. The right-hand side is UC Cal State, which Mr. Brian will go into afterwards. But as we go through, you're gonna start with social sciences. You will see 3 years there. As you guys know, we're accelerated, so you can get that done in the 3 semesters, basically, right? So 1 semester, 10 units. Unless you're doing AP, that is year long, okay? As you guys are familiar with, I'm sure. So you're gonna need those 3 courses there. Next, you're going to need English. You need 4 years of English, okay? So 1 each year as well. Next will be math, 30 units there, so math is year-long, same with APs are the only year-long courses, you'll need 3 years of that as well. So going into your junior year, you're probably gonna need 1 more. Then as for lab science, you will need 1 biological science, usually biology, maybe you've taken that at this point, and then a physical science, which is like a physics or a chemistry course. And then next, I have foreign language, just 10 units or 1 year. So we offer Spanish and French here, as you guys know. You can take that or go above and beyond that category too. Visual performing arts, we've got 10 units there. So, or 1 semester. That can be photo, art, drama, dance, all that good stuff. We have a lot of good options for that too. And then as for electives, so bear with me, you need 50 to graduate, right? So that can come from anything additional, any of the categories of like math, science, anything of the above categories we just mentioned. If you go extra, 1 extra than grad requirements, it will carry down to your electives. Or if you want to go and you want to take like a different category, like AP psychology or human anatomy and physiology or sports medicine, health and fitness, those are some extra electives that we offer as well that you can take advantage of too, okay? And then the additional 10 to get you up to 60 electives total will come from those 150 hours of community service that you're going to have to do by the time you graduate. And if you've been here since freshman year, it's over the 4 years, you take 37.5 hours of community service each year to get you to the 150, okay? And that will give you the 10 additional elective units to get you to 60. Then PE is 20 credits there. You're taking that freshman, sophomore year. Odds are you guys are finishing that right now. And then that will add up to 220. And then those are your grad requirements, okay? Here's the form that we gave you guys, I believe, last week or so in your cohorts. You guys all have this? Yeah? Okay, it's colorful. We try to help you guys out, give you a good visual. Share this with your families too. This is for you guys to kind of gauge. You can cross off which ones you've taken and which ones you can see which ones you have left.
All right, so please realize what Miss Angie was just talking about, those are the bare minimum requirements for graduation. Okay, you absolutely have to do all of those requirements in order to be able to graduate. But you're also here to prepare yourself for whatever's coming next. Okay, and so the vast majority of you, all of you probably, should go above and beyond the bare minimums that are required for graduation. One thing to help you with that is if you're considering college, and all of you at this point should at least keep college open as an option. Okay, there is college for everyone. Okay, so everybody in here has the ability to go to college. Okay, whether you decide to do that or not, that's going to be your choice. If you decide not to go that route and you decide to go into career right away or trade, or you decide to do military, we're going to support you in that. But at this point, okay, as sophomores, you're about halfway through with high school. You want to keep college open as an option, okay, in case you decide to do that. This document here will help you with this. Again, you have access to this in the email that was sent to you and your parents last Monday. Have you guys seen this before? Are you familiar with the A to G course requirements, the A to G list? So this is put together by the state universities in California. Okay, these are the University of California schools, or the UCs, and the California State Universities, Cal States or CSU. They say that in order to be eligible to apply to one of their universities, you need to take certain courses while you're in high school. Okay, other college and universities have the same thing, and I'll show you later how you can look that up. But this will give you a pretty good idea of what colleges are looking for, what they expect you to take while you're in high school. These are eligibility requirements. Just because you complete these requirements does not mean that you're going to get into UCLA. Okay, it just means that you're eligible to apply. Okay, so these are the eligibility requirements for the UCs and the Cal States. It's called the A to G list because they break down the requirements into 7 different subject areas labeled A through G. So you can see history, for example, is subject area A. Okay, and for history and English, you really don't have to worry about it because we have the same number of requirements as they do or more. Okay, if you look in the middle column, you'll see what they require, and if you look in the far right column, you'll see what we require here at Classical Academy. So history and English are good. Math, please realize that you need to get through at least Math 3 or through the new data science course that we'll be talking about in just a moment. Okay, And then below that, it says it recommends 4 years for the UC schools. Generally speaking, the UCs and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo are more difficult to get into than the other Cal states. So if you're really serious about applying to one of those schools, you would want to get through at least math. Well, what's called Math 4 now, what's going to be called AP Pre-Calculus starting next year, or AP Statistics. Science, you're required to have 2 lab sciences, so biology and then either chemistry or physics, and then recommend a 3rd year for UCs and Cal Poly. Languages other than English, they require 2 years, and again, recommend 3 for UCs and Cal Poly. Visual Performing Arts, sometimes called VAPA. Okay, you need to take at least 1 course in either dance, drama, music, or art. You're required to do that to graduate from here, so you're going to be all set there. And then elective courses, you don't have to worry about this. We require more than they do. Okay, as long as you graduate from here, you'll meet their requirements for the elective courses. All right, please note, let me ask this. How many of you think maybe possibly you'll apply to a Cal State or UC? Just raise your hands if that's something on your radar, okay? Okay, for you guys, and any of you who decide you want that to be on your radar at some point, this is really important. It says, please note a final semester grade of C or higher is needed to satisfy each requirement. Okay, so for all of these requirements, you need to get a C or higher for your semester grades in those classes. Okay, and if you don't, you're going to need to make up that requirement by retaking a course or taking something else. Okay, so if you got a D, you might want to check with one of us about that to find out what you should do for that. Okay. Yeah, this gives you the idea for these schools. I said earlier, if you want to look up another school, you can check at the very bottom, and there's a website listed there and information where you can look up any college or university in the United States, and you can find out what they require or recommend that you take in high school. So if you want to look up Stanford University to find out their high school course requirements or recommendations, you can look that up on that website there. By the way, sorry, I mentioned earlier that Miss Angie was talking about the bare minimum requirements for graduation. I was just talking about the bare minimum requirements for high school courses going to UCs or Cal States and many other colleges. Please realize that the vast majority of students who are applying to those colleges are going to do more than the minimum requirements. Okay, please do not look at this as a checklist where once you have that done, you don't need to worry about it anymore and you can take it easy. Okay, in all of this, you want to be preparing yourself as best you can for the future. Okay, so go beyond the bare minimum. Take more science, take more math. Okay, we'll talk about this again in a moment, but each year that you schedule for high school, schedule the most challenging course schedule that you can handle well. Okay, don't overdo it. Don't run yourselves in the ground and have like no sanity or social life. Okay, but at the same time, make sure that you're challenging yourself each year in high school, including junior year and including your senior year. When you guys are applying to colleges, one of the first things colleges are going to look at is what you did your junior year. So it's going to be really important that you're taking a challenging course load next year and that you're doing the best you can in those courses. Okay.
Yeah, junior year is really key, guys. Junior, senior year. So definitely go on and challenge yourselves. Like Mr. Brian said, that 4th year of math, that 3rd year of science or foreign language. Okay, it's really important. Like I said, colleges are going to look at that too. Okay, so recommended course sequence. Feel free to look at the page that we gave you guys as well. That's the second one. That might help you guys plan your courses here for next year. All right. So it's kind of just recommended. Of course, you can kind of go, different way as well, but this is kind of the typical path that students will take. So if you look for your junior, right, for junior year, on the left-hand side, you're going to see that 3rd year of math. So whether that's getting to math 3, potentially, if you started with math 1, or if you're going to go on to data science or college algebra instead. So for our grad requirements, you have to get through math 2, maybe you start math foundations. But if you want to be with UC, Cal State compliance, you'll want to get through math 3 or the data science college algebra course, okay? So that's a possibility. If you've already started a little bit, maybe at math 2, you want to go on AP pre-calc. We also have AP stats and AP calc as well. If you've taken math 3, then you can go up to AP calc at that point or AP stats, okay, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, AP pre-calc. Okay, and then for the next category, you've got your US history course. You guys did world history sophomore year, US history junior year, GovEcon senior year. You will take your third year of English, whether that's English
Or
three.
AP, sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry, or APs, I'm sorry. So with the histories, you can take regular or APs, right, for all of those. With your English, you can take English 3, or you can go on to AP language and composition or AP literature as well. Then with your science, if you want to go on and take that third year, maybe take physics, you can do honors or AP as well, or regular, okay? Or vice versa, if you did physics first, you can maybe do honors chemistry. We also offer AP bio, things like that. And then if you want to go on and take that other foreign language, take another year in that too, you can do that, or a VAPA. We do have, up through Spanish 4 and then up to AP Spanish at that point. And then you can add another elective in there too. Okay, so that's kind of a rough gauge for what your junior year might look like. And then math and AP courses, as you guys know, are the only year-long courses. All others are accelerated, kind of your general courses. You can complete those in your 2 quarters in the 1 semester, right? Typical schedule, you guys probably know this at this point, but it's about 3 to 4 classes per semester. And then AP courses are available from 10th to 12th graders, right? And then except for AP bio, if freshmen come in and they want to apply for that, they can do that too. Course selection forms, you'll see on there if it's accelerated, they're identified with an A at the end, and then year-long are identified with a Y at the end. So that's what that means if you see that on the course selection form. And then as for kind of touch base, kind of circle back on this for your possible math course sequences, this is also on the resource page. So if you're wondering which path to take, if you are thinking of STEM routes like science, technology, engineering, mathematics, if you want to go on and study that in college as your major, potential career path, you want to take one of these paths, right? So with that, you're going to want to go up from Math 3 up to AP Pre-Calc and then up to AP Calc A, B, or BC. So that's going to set you up for a better trajectory in that kind of career pathway. Or if you've taken Math 2, you could go the other pathway. You could do data science and college algebra and then up to AP Stats if you wanted for another year of math. But you could also go from Math 3 over to AP Stats as well. So you have some flexibility, but we're trying to prepare you if you want to go to the STEM route, you'll want to do the Math 3, AP Pre-Calc, Calc route. And then both of them are equally rigorous too, so feel free to challenge yourself with that as well.
So your math teacher should be giving you more information about the new data science course and explaining that a little bit. It's going to be a little different direction with math, going more into the area of statistics and probability and all of that. If you have any questions about that, please talk with your math teacher.
But everything's in that course catalog too. So take a look at that in the resource page and feel free to look through all the course descriptions so you know what each course entails, especially for our electives and things like that. Read through everything in the course descriptions.
Okay, for singleton courses, singleton is just a fancy way of saying these are courses that are only offered at one time during the school year. Okay, so for example, if you are interested in taking AP biology, you need to understand that that is only offered during 0 period. It's not offered during any other periods during the day. Okay, so you might want to look through this list, particularly those of you who are taking more AP courses or interested in some of the courses that are available through the personalized learning campus down the road, because a lot of those classes are only offered one time. And so if you're going to take one of those courses, realize that that is going to lock in that slot. And you're going to have to figure out if that's going to work with the other courses that you want to take. Okay. By the way, if you're taking any courses at the PLC campus, we encourage that. There are some great opportunities there, like guitar, for example. But realize that it's going to be your responsibility to get transportation to and from there. Okay. Also, those courses are only offered during periods 0 and 4. Okay.
So here's some grad, like basically planning forms that we gave you guys. It's on the resource page as well for you guys to go through with your parents and guardians at home and kind of map out your next few years here. Okay. So these are just resources and tools that we're giving you guys to kind of feel free to go through and map out your next few years here. You can also come in and we will do it with you as well. But since Brian and I both have about 430 students, we might not be able to get to everybody. So feel free to use this as a good tool and come ask us with any questions too. We're here to support you guys, and Miss Jen as well. She's awesome. So here's our credit check form. If you want to go through and just kind of cross off what you've taken so far, you can kind of see what you have left. The next one's also going to be a grad planning checklist, very similar. They're all very similar forms, just different tools and resources to give you guys to help you plan. So you can cross through everything you've done for your planning form. You would just write out what you've taken and what you have left. And you can see your credits, grad requirements on the bottom as well. These are all tools for you guys.
All right, concurrent enrollment. So I think most of you guys understand AP courses. AP stands for advanced placement. Those are college level courses that you can take while you're in high school. Colleges love to see those when you're applying. They love to see that you're really challenging yourselves academically. And by doing well enough on the AP exam, you can get college credit for that course. Another way to get college credit while you're in high school is concurrent enrollment. You are able as a high school student to take courses, to take college courses and get credit for them for us as a high school and to get college credit for them. Okay, the ones we're going to talk about here are specifically through Palomar and Miracosta. There are forms that are available in the counseling office hallway, or you can pick them up from us that have all the information. If you want to take a course through Palomar or Miracosta and get credit for it here, as well as college credit going forward. This is an awesome opportunity for you guys. It is absolutely free. Okay, I don't know if you've heard, but colleges are not free. They're very expensive. And you have the opportunity while you're still in high school to get college credit and at the same time to get high school credit. So you're double dipping on all of those courses. Just so you know, these courses are not weighted by us. Okay, so an AP course, you get 5.0 credit. Okay, so it bumps up your GPA. That is not the case with these. However, when you're applying for colleges, each college calculates its own GPA for you guys, and a lot of those colleges will weight the concurrent enrollment courses. Okay. Note these are college level courses, so they will go on your permanent college record, so you need to take them seriously. Again, packets are available in the counseling office. If you want to find out which courses you can take through Palomar or Miracosta, which ones will count for requirements here. So for example, if you want to take something for English to count for one of your English requirements here, but you want to get the college credit, taking it at Palomar or Miracosta, there are documents. You can find the links to the documents in that thing that was mailed to you, emailed to you and your parents. So you can look up for Palomar, what English course could you take there to count for English here? Okay.
Side note too, if you guys, that's talking about college credit, getting that kind of dual credit. But if you ever want to take like some like other classes too, through like BYU Independent Study Online or UC Scout, that would be for high school credit, but you are welcome to explore some of those classes too. And we can give you either that type of credit for it or elective credit. And we have those resources if you ever want to kind of figure out what classes they offer. So come talk to us for that as well.
Yeah. All right, so some college tips for you here. All of you have access to Naviance, but you can also look this information up on other websites like collegeboard.org or collegedata.com. There are a bunch of them, but you can look up any college or university there and get basic information, including what they require and recommend for you to take in high school. Again, you guys, I can't stress this enough, but the second bullet point there, take the most challenging schedule you can handle well each year of high school. Strength of schedule is an important factor for admissions. So especially these days, as more colleges are getting away from looking at the SAT and ACT, one of the most important things to them is what kind of courses you're taking in high school. When colleges are asked, when they're surveyed, what's the most important thing they look at when determining whether to admit a student to their college or university? The most important thing that they say is they're looking at GPA, not surprising, but they're looking at GPA in addition to the types of courses that you've taken in high school. Okay, so they're not going to be impressed with somebody who has a really high GPA but took the easiest classes they could in high school. That's not what they're looking for. Okay, they are very interested in the strength of your schedule. So again, best advice we can give you is just each year, take the most challenging course that you can handle well. Okay, so don't overdo it. You have other responsibilities. You want to have a life, family responsibilities, all that kind of stuff. But make sure each year that you're pushing yourself academically. And again, like we talked about earlier, make sure you take advantage of the opportunities to get college credits while you're in high school through either the AP courses or concurrent enrollment. All right, out of curiosity, how many of you here think maybe possibly you'll participate in college athletics? That you might want to play sports in college? Okay, awesome. I did it for 1 year, and decided that was a bit much for me, but I'm so glad I did it. Once in a lifetime experience. So I highly encourage you guys that are into sports to pursue that. Please realize though, that if you're going to play college sports, you need to meet certain eligibility requirements. Just like you need to be eligible here through CIF, you also need to be eligible when you're participating in college sports. So they have certain requirements. We have some information here for if you're going to play NCAA Division I or Division II, but there are other requirements for NAIA. You don't need to get too worried about the specifics now. Just realize if you want to keep this open as an option, you want to make sure that you're meeting these requirements as well. You can look up this information that we emailed to you. For those of you just raise your hands, I would encourage you sometime in the next, maybe, I don't know, a few months or beginning of next year, that you either go through this information on your own, but maybe schedule an appointment with one of the three of us, and we'll go through that with you to make sure that you're meeting those requirements and that you'll be able to participate in the college athletics.
Yeah, there is a college-bound athletes section on the resource page where it's a Google Drive, and Ms. Jen created a bunch of documents there for you guys to take a look at and glance at as well, so that you're prepared for that extra few courses you might have to take. So visual performing arts, your VAPA classes and electives can be taken at any time during high school, as you guys know, to meet your graduation requirements. They might come from any additional courses like we talked about, or the extras. The applications for ASB, AP Bio, and the TA. If you guys want to be a TA, it's on the resource page as well. So with TA, keep in mind you have to get that teacher sign off on it and approve for you as well. You can get either five elective credits for the whole semester or 75 hours of community service. Has to be one or the other. And then students are required, like we said, 37.5 hours per year that you're here. That will add up to 150 if you're here for all 4 years, and that 150 would give you 10 additional elective credits, okay? So keep that in mind. Here is your QR code if you guys want to scan it right now, and you could start it. It isn't due until Friday, okay? So keep that in mind. Any schedule, I guess, changes that if you want to make any changes, email Miss Jen over here, okay? So don't panic. We will make those changes for you. You guys will have time still in August to make some changes too, okay? But feel free to get started on this, look over everything, and then.
So just a couple more minutes, you guys, hang on. Okay, so you can scan this code. There's also a link in the information that was emailed to you. Just make sure that you turn in only one course selection sheet. Okay, if you mess something up or change your mind on something, don't worry about it. Don't panic. Okay, you'll just want to email Coach Jen, and she will take care of that for you. I think she's going to make a couple more comments about that now. Okay.
Hey guys, a couple more things for you. Some of you guys don't feel like you're gonna go to college, that's okay. However, if you guys have failed a class, I'm not gonna ask you to raise your hand, but if you have failed a class, you probably want to make that up over the summer. Okay, so if you think you're gonna fail either quarter 4 or you fail quarter 3, you maybe quarter 1 or quarter 2, make sure you come and see us, and we will get you signed up through innovation. So you guys can make up those credits that will help you stay on track throughout your high school career. Okay, so once you miss a couple of classes, that really kind of screws things up because we're accelerated. So if you have failed a class, make sure you come and see your counselor so we can get you signed up for the class you need so you can stay on track for the rest of your high school career. As Ms. Andrew, Mr. Bryan said, junior year is important. So look at me right now. All eyes up here. Sit up. If you're laying down, sit up. Donnie, let's go. This is your responsibility, not your parents. Your parents are here to help you, but you need to start taking charge of your classes. Okay, so I'm like, oh no, my mom's gonna take care of it. Oh, my dad will take care of it. No, you need to take care of it. You need to know what's happening in your academic career. Okay, so you need to be the ones that are talking to your parents about the classes. You need to be the ones that are saying, I need to get this submitted. We gave you the resources, get it submitted. Don't wait till the last minute. If you make a mistake, like Mr. Bryan said, do not submit a second one. I don't want to see multiples. If I see multiple submissions, your name's gonna go to the bottom of the list of me taking care of them. Okay, so submit one time, and then send me an email if you need to change something you submitted. Because otherwise I'm trying to figure out 5 submissions and which one you actually wanted. So I want one submission from you, any changes you need to make, you can email me. Does everybody understand that? Raise your hand if you understand what I just said. Okay, how many submissions? 1. What do you do if you make a mistake? Thank you. Okay, And then again, if you have failed the class, make sure you come and see us. We hook you up for the summer school, so you guys can get that taken care of.
If they have any questions, they can come
If
back.
you guys have any questions, you may come and talk to us. Please take your papers with you. Do not throw them at each other. Hot lunch is in the hallway. Other guys, you guys may stay in here for lunch. You need to hot lunch, go to the main hallway.